This is a continuous improvement movement reserved for the few with the grit to prove it. Everybody.
Good morning, this is Maria, and this is my co-host Calvin Williams. This is the Ticket to Freedom podcast where we discuss continuous improvement as it pertains to current events. Today, we are going to talk about something that is so exciting to me. And previous to this podcast, Calvin and I actually had a very intense conversation on the subject. So we got this from the Process Excellence Network, and the title of today's article is Generative AI, the New Era of Operational Excellence. So Calvin, AI lately is one of my favorite subjects. My 16-year-old calls me AI mom because every morning I send him the AI news that pertains to his industry, which is game development. And today we're talking about AI not in game development, but in operational excellence. So AI, Calvin, has the potential to revolutionize operational excellence. How do you feel about that?
Oh man, and you set this up so beautifully. Thank you for that, Maria. To be honest, I got mixed feelings. I'm a believer in tech. Always have been. I have so much fun with the latest tech developments and all that stuff. And I'm also obviously a big believer in operational excellence and continuous improvement. So I feel like, my career has straddled the fence between the two disciplines, right? The two fields of two industries. So on one hand, I'm excited by the prospects that AI could bring to OpEx, and AI has the potential to touch every industry in, some ways that, I don't think we fully understand yet. But when it comes to OpEx, right, I'm a huge believer fundamentally. I think the title is a bit overstated because I think at the heart of OpEx is developing people and developing the mindset for continuous improvement and developing the habit, the behavior pattern of continuous improvement, having a goal that's ambitious, that's greater than what you're doing today, and systematically working toward that goal, right? And I think OpEx brings a lot of the science of goal achievement, right? So the elephant in the room when it comes to OpEx is overcoming resistance to change. It's having people be motivated to achieve something greater and believe that, something greater can be achieved and be willing to take the risks that come with achieving those things. AI, right now, as we currently understand it, and I know this is developing fast, really operates in the space of managing information, right? And can information serve as a motivator for people to drive and take risks and be adventurous and overcome challenges and overcome change themselves, right? Kaizen, self-discipline for the greater good of the community, right? Can information get a person from A to B? I'm not totally sold that AI can achieve that part. I think that's still a very human thing that, a coach could help do. Real life consequences can help do, right? The system structure, the incentive structure a person works within, the consequences, all that stuff kind of, to me, ties in. But I certainly do think AI could help a person who is motivated and who does want to grow and want to change and want to achieve. It could help them come up with the next best thing to try, right? And of course, that thing still needs to be tried, and then there's learnings that come from trying. But what's the next great idea that we might want to shoot for here? I think AI can certainly play in that space. What do you think?
Yeah, no, so we're talking about how AI can help operational excellence. And first of all, I totally agree with you when it comes to the core of operational excellence being people having that mindset of setting goals, of being disciplined, of improving something every single day. Definitely, that is the core. Now, AI, as it stands today, has some features that can benefit, a person that already has that mindset, right?
Mm.
So this article is talking about some capabilities, the current capabilities that are helping people achieve more in the operational excellence field. So I'm gonna read these capabilities to you and tell me if you see maybe like some additional benefits only other than just providing information, okay? So
Yeah.
I have AI currently can help with content generation, data accessibility, data management, data integration, automation, and also serve as a copilot for whatever you need, to interpret information, summarize it, even go as far as making decisions. What do you think
Hmm.
about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's immensely valuable, especially somebody who's busy. And, I think there's the key word in artificial intelligence is intelligence, right? The assumption there is that there is a shortage of intelligence, and artificial intelligence can supplement for a lack of intelligence that exists in
Hmm,
the way we operate, right?
that's a powerful statement. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So
Mhm.
it's like, hey, when you can't get the real thing, you use the artificial, right? When you don't have enough of the real thing, you use the artificial, right? But
Mhm.
obviously AI has potential and capabilities that go beyond, just general, regular human intelligence, right? So um as a leader, all busy leaders face a intelligence shortage in a sense, right? And the way they normally manage this intelligence shortage, a good leader anyway, is to tap the intelligence of the people around them, right? To help make decisions, to help decide important things and move forward. Now, when you see a decision bottleneck in a company, and you see this all the time, this is a prime application of artificial intelligence, right? I need to make a decision. I don't have a lot of time. I can't do a meeting of the minds to help make this decision. I got to go with what I know now, and what I know and understand as it is. I got a deadline to hit, and we got to go. AI is great for that because I could say, all right, let me bounce this off AI and maybe get to a better conclusion than I could get just based on what's currently in my head, right? Given the time I have. So that those kind of situations are great for AI, I think. Even in its current state. I need to write a blog post. I don't have time to write it. Let me have AI write it, right? Generate content generation, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Um, Taking the whole ocean of data and saying, hey, AI, what's most important in this situation? Let AI do all that synthesis and tell you, all right, this is the most relevant, facts or data or information you need for the
Mhm.
moment. I think that's powerful, right? And that is changing the game. Um, Now, when it comes to OpEx, though, OpEx isn't just decision making. You
Mhm.
know, the biggest decisions in OpEx are what do we do next, right? And yeah, AI can help in that, right? Because let's say I'm on a CI journey. I'm trying to get my revenue numbers up to pick a number, $1 billion, right? That's a very high number, but for most companies. But let's just say, hey, we're on a journey to $1 billion revenue company.
Mhm.
I think what AI can do is help you get to that number in less time, right? Help you decide what's the next best thing to do, right? Because that's really all you can do is the next thing, right? Although many of us think we can multitask, the reality is we can only do one thing well at a time. So what's the next best thing to do, right? And AI can help us decide that. But when it comes to creating a culture of operational excellence, um, excellence, as the word excellence implies, there's a degree of ambition involved, right? Not everybody can be excellent.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be excellence anymore. It'd be normal, right?
Right.
So if you're truly going for operational excellence, you need to be ambitious. You need people who are willing to take risks. You need people willing to kind of break down the walls of resistance to change. And AI isn't going to do that for you, right? AI might tell you, hey, this would be a great idea, go do it. But AI isn't going to move all the resistors out of the way for you. and make that implementation risk-free, right? You still need somebody who's willing to stick their neck out for the greater good.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it means taking some arrows in the back, even if it means angering the wrong person, some powerful person who will say, you know what, this person is a problem for me and needs to be dealt with now, right? I gave the example earlier when you and I were having our debate. Imagine 20 leaders sitting around the room, going at it over a decision. And it's a heated argument. And someone an intern walks in the room and says, "Hey, I already got the answer. AI told me to do ABC." I can only imagine how those executives will respond to that intern, right?
Yeah.
They probably run that intern out of there so fast it'd be, like whatever. Because the mentality isn't so much technically what's the right thing to do here. Maybe there's no real right thing to do. It's, what's the best thing to do. The question really is like, hey, I'm a boss. I want what I want. And we're gonna do what I want to do. Right.
Mhm.
That kind of thing, that kind of mindset is what permeates, industries, companies. And that kind of mindset also, you know, not being willing to do what's in the greater good of the community at large, but people thinking what's in my own personal greatest good, right? And when you have that dynamic and you have competing interests and you have all that, I think it's, I don't think the 20 executives would just stand back and say, let's do what AI says.
Mhm.
Just that's just based on my experience. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
No, I agree. I think we can pretty much conclude that AI will definitely benefit in, striving for that ideal operational excellence culture in your company. It's a tool,
Mm,
like we have
yeah.
the lean tools. We can go in the toolbox and grab one when we need it, but it will definitely not replace the mindset and that culture of continuous improvement that is needed to be
Mm,
truly excellent.
right.
Yeah. So I think
Yeah, it's like you got a superstar player, on a team,
mhm,
and that superstar does what they do, but a lot of time that superstar needs to be taught to think as a team player. And
mhm,
there's a lot of superstars in companies, and they don't necessarily think and act like team players, right? So
mhm,
even if an answer is technically right or technically ideal, it
mhm,
doesn't mean people are going to put their self-interest aside and go for, what's in the interest of the greater good. So I think companies kind of overcome that first and
mhm,
build that we are one, we have a goal, a clear North Star, we're going to achieve it, whatever it takes, even if the leader has to humble themselves or superstars have to humble themselves for the benefit of the team. I think those dynamics are at play.
mhm,
And those kind of things got to be overcome to truly go toward a path toward operational excellence. And then AI can be more helpful after that,
mhm,
right?
mhm,
AI can then come in and say, all right, here's a great technical solution to a problem you're having, right? Or
mhm,
here's what the data is suggesting, or here's what other best practices in the industry, it kind of can pull in those, best fit solutions. But I think there are still, when it comes to OpEx, really the whole team alignment thing, all the human elements, that's really the value proposition of OpEx that is hardest to overcome,
mhm,
until you get that lined up and the train is moving, then tools can come in and help accelerate the process.
mhm. Yes. Calvin, I think this is a very interesting topic. There is a lot more that could be said about it. And
Mm,
I would be so interested to hear what people think about the AI impact on operational excellence. So if you have a second, please leave in the comments what you think the impact of AI is going to be in this
mm.
subject. And with that, thank you so much for listening to Ticket to Freedom. And I hope to see you again around these parts tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Just in time, not a second slow. From the top flow to the shop flow, come on. Everybody